Yo, what's up? Hope everybody's doing good. Haven't been live in a few weeks. I've been posting stuff still, but we got a huge order sent out to many of our mutual friend RJ up north, and it was to be delivered at Transworld, but I ended up getting the COVID and didn't go. So, anyways, we got tons of stuff caught up on. Our Michael Myers custom mask pre-order is almost to a close, so if you're interested in that, make sure you hit it up. I got a rack of 4 masks to paint over there, and I'm going to be getting started on basing those out tonight. And let's see here. Swipe left to show comments. Swipe left. Okay. And anyways, I got a mixture of both pumpkins that I do, as well as some that I got blank from Toxic Effects. So don't be mistaken, I do not make some of these. My son and his friend wanted to help paint, so I let them base paint out, and I'm going to just kind of cut in detail around the stems and stuff, and work on some other stuff. So. Alright. I guess I'll start with this guy. This is one of our bipolar pumpkins right here. So he's got 2 faces. And he's just based out. And I'm going to start doing these where they have a lit option to them. I thought about it some time ago, and I didn't know how these would look actually cut versus being solid prop, but I have one tested up there, cut and stuff, and I actually really like it, so we will see. Hey, did it say I was live, honey? Okay. Hey, baby girl, what's up? Oh, yeah, you got a banana, huh?
You didn't make an announcement telling me my dryer got done, sunshine.
Oh, I forgot.
Thanks a lot, man. But no, it did not tell me that you were
Well, maybe it's because I'm on this prison. Can you check the Unknown Origin Effects YouTube? I'm on the prism, so it casts to both.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm trying to finish my
Yay, huh?
Where's our sunshine at?
Well, last I seen him, he's out riding his bike.
Yeah. Oh.
What are you doing this thing? A night? Hi, Daddy.
Is that even ripe enough to open?
No.
Yeah, she's eating.
She said no. There you go.
Hi, Daddy. Thank you.
Alright, so this is not one of ours. This is Toxic Effects. Awesome little mad pumpkin. Got some casting blemishes all over, but it adds to the realism of the pumpkin.
What are you doing, sunshine? Got a good banana? Yeah. Use your hair.
Wonder whatever happened to that latex mold I made a long time ago. Remember that pumpkin in Virginia, honey? And I molded it in that latex mold maker from Michael's. That's when I first started doing stuff. Well, that mold's hiding here somewhere.
Can I help you? Want some mama?
This is a nice foam that he uses. Right. Looking forward to seeing it in person. Yeah, man, got it. Actually, Ryan. Okay, cool. Well, I got a couple of them. Hey, Ryan, if you hang on here, you might see me painting a few of them out for you. I have started on the murderous mushroom. I have a pestilent pear here. That's gotta start basing him out, which is what the I got the tater done already.
And the moldy banana.
Yeah, the banana. So actually, the order's half done technically. I mean, if I wanted to use what I have sitting in stock right now.
Whoa, whoa.
Almost tempted to just cut that part of the stem off. It's really nasty looking. Gotta hand it to him though. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. Bah, 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 bah. Hey, Tina. Yep, long time. Been doing a lot of stuff here. Haven't been live in a few weeks. Just been catching up on more of the production casting side of things, which some people aren't interested in. So that, and it's so messy, I don't really like to video that. hurry up and cast it to wait and watch it dry. Avery's like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Thank you, Ryan, and I appreciate your order, buddy. Those have been very popular. I don't know. How'd you, Ryan? How'd you hear about us? We're kind of hidden in our hometown here. Not many people even know we exist here, and we try reaching out to the city and stuff. But like, hey, what can we do for a little bit better publicity or something? But people are always excited once they do find out we're here. They're like, oh my God, where you been my life? It's like, well, at least for the last almost 7 years now, putting on free events for kids and putting out. Man, we haven't done a
4 years,
babe. Okay, we started in 2015. It's 2021.
No, we did not. We started whenever.
No, babe.
Your 30th birthday.
No, babe.
Yes,
Unknown Origin Effects became in act December 2015. Sit back. I already got our anniversary and everything. I can at least remember that anniversary. What's up, Michael? So, for some of you guys chiming in and stuff, don't be confused. I got a couple of my own pumpkins back here, but then I'm also doing a couple Toxic Effects pumpkins. I love pumpkins. My kids actually helped based out. It was pretty cool. See them. This wise, we're gonna have our pumpkins. We got a couple online, and one of our distributors gets on top of having some stuff out of powered waterproof light that that's something we don't plan on releasing. Set up our booth and stuff, and then we'll slowly add a different option in our bipolar listing for lights and stuff with some other photos and etc. etc.
What are you doing? Pants? Don't call me nuh-uh. You nuh-uh.
Baby bug, my love. Can you grab something for me?
What?
I have one pumpkin up there that needs a stem painted.
You're going to give me a second. I'm trying to...
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! I found you guys through Spiders and Cobwebs on YouTube. Spiders and Cobwebs. he was doing an unboxing video and showing off your stuff. Cobwebs and candlesticks, yeah. Cool. And thank you. Yeah, he's gotten, exception of our newest carrot member, he's gotten one of every, if not two of every, of our ferocious fruit things, man. And he just gets all giddy about them. Okay, let's see, we got one more guy over here.
Sorry, I was doing my top coat of my gel polish.
You're fine.
My bad. Thank you, honey. Mommy's gotta fold these clothes.
Where are you guys located again? It was frozen for a second. Hold on. We're in Clarksville, Tennessee. It's probably like the 5th biggest area in Tennessee. We're considered middle. It's 45 minutes northwest on to literally on top of Fort Campbell Army Post.
The wrong button.
And actually, we have a class in July. I'm calling it the Creature. But we have a class. If you check out the events tab or even go on our website for some specifics to go through the whole process. Casting, painting, finishing your own
And taking home and home.
monster mask. And not only do you get the experience, the knowledge, and the mask you take home, but you also that doesn't know, if an artist sells the production mold, which gives you the rights, you know, to replicate that piece, they usually masks like the COVID style masks are like $500 each. I've seen. So we've not sold mold a little bit, and they just let us resell copies. Sometimes under the stipulation that it's not the same. Where you guys look? Okay. Alright, so all my pumpkins are based out. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see I've been working on all sorts of stuff. I got paint here, there, everywhere. You're doing another cup?
Yeah.
My wife is doing resin cups now, so that's cool.
The one I started last night. Did I put gold powder in it?
I don't know. Hey, what you? Oh, you got a brush. Good job. Everywhere, man.
Good job, sweetheart. Can you help Daddy? Good job. Yeah. Daddy's helper? You're not?
No, I'm not Daddy's helper.
Are
Do
you
that,
Daddy's
dude.
good girl? No? You wanna go watch Blippi when I'm done? Blippi? Yeah.
If you really like the character of this mushroom, that's it. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name, huh? We are thinking about doing a giant one. He's one of the. Is he our? I think he was our second ferocious food, right? I think the tater was first. The tater started it all.
I thought it was the tater and then the pears
No, pear came third. Because I think with him, I'm like, screw these little tiny. Plus, it's made out of something else. The mold. These were Ultra Cal. Pear was something else. But, anyways, yeah, this guy being our second ferocious food. At shows and stuff, and people just like this character and stuff. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe we should do a giant one for those large prop collectors or haunted houses, you know.
Maybe we should do a tree trunk too.
Like a creepy tree trunk.
Yeah, for people to put their creepy trees on.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you, Avery. You found my powder brush. I have one brush dedicated to powdering in molds, and I couldn't find it. And go figure, my daughter did, because she's probably the one that took it. All right, I'll probably do a second coat of that red. Once it dries, we'll see how it looks. Some new detail brushes I got. Alright, onward. We do horror dolls as well. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? And we retired the head to our Pennywise doll. So I'm gonna see if I can make a shrunken head character out of it. And then here is the under the hockey mask baby doll head of Jason. He's kind of all weird and lopsided. But I'm thinking I'll try to make a shrunken head guy out of that too. He looks better. Him, I'm gonna have to put some like fake eyelids on, so I can get that stitch look. All right, here we go.
Bye-bye. See you later, Secret Gator.
What you num-numming about?
No.
No.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Why you want to go bye-bye? I don't even think you know. Yeah, it's amazing how these little props have so much little detail in them. Really got to paint around things, or base it all out, let it dry, base it all out, paint apart, let it dry.
I need a fan over here so I can keep these doggone flies away from the resin. There's just something about the smell of resin that attracts these suckers.
They're attracted to ammonia and the latex as well.
I mean, the freaking resin smells like rotten feet, so.
Alright. Those dry. Let's see here. I'm gonna dick around with kind of fabricating some stuff here. So these are eyes, or areas of a mask that was cut out over eyes, and I cut them in the middle to make kind of like eyelid shape. We'll see if that works. Might be a little thick because I cast everything thick. I like it thick. Alright, so right there I tapered the edge of where I was cutting. And get the relative shape on this one. Like I said, this is just scrap latex that I cut off a mold or a casting, and just trying to.
God, it sounds like a jet plane.
Yeah, I know. Foreskin.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it in a little vial.
You're ridiculous, man.
Same thing with like eyelids, dried eyelids. You'd be surprised what people buy online, hon. Fake or otherwise. This is kind of cool because it makes his eyelids look real swollen, and like the shrinkage didn't happen across the whole piece. He said shrinkage. We'll see. If it looks stupid, I'll just throw it up for a quick auction or something. extra pumpkin. This is actually his two sides. It's one prop with two faces. That's one face. That's the other one. This one's kind of like an evil grimace, or that one's kind of like a sinister. Not grimace as in McDonald's grimace, just like a, you know. Just gave him some big, swollen eyelids. I'm trying to think what I want. Actually, the mouth might work well enough. Cover up the teeth and sew that close. Might just do what we need. Throw a little extra in there for security. But yeah, I think that'll. Waylon Revis, who is the prior singer for, or former singer for Mushroomhead, and also the singer of Killer's Confession. He bought the last one of these that we produced for his Pennywise collection, so that was freaking awesome. I got photos, a video with him. He's got my hat and stuff now, and so one of my pieces is in a famous rock star's collection, and that's not the first person who has bought from us like that either. But it was pretty cool because of how much he likes horror and it in general. And we don't really do, I mean, hence unknown origin effects. We try to stay original, but we kept getting commission requests for miniaturized versions of these horror icons like Jason, It, all that kind of stuff. So we started doing it for people, but we don't really put that out there. So yeah, that's kind of creepy, kind of cute at the same time. That worked out. I didn't know how it would. Now this one, he's already got a sculpted in eyelid, and I bloody this, I believe, yeah, bloody this eye up for Jason, and then this eye, we have glass doll cabochons that we put in there for that, so it looks real realistic. But as far as this project, I might have to give him some little eyelids, so it, and all I did was here's one of the newest mask actually that I just casted. It's made to look like burlap, and I just cut the eye holes out, and then I can reuse these, you know, holes out, and reuse these as eyelids. Alright, so I'm going to try to keep it similar to this. There's lots you can do with scrap latex, guys. Try. I got so many projects I want to do, some of which I won't be releasing for this this fall. I'll be putting them out at Trans World 2022 because they're more haunt related. I think I can do them very cost effective and offer them at a reasonable price, where I've seen similar things done very outlandish, you know, and I feel like I try to make for the everyday person as well as the haunted attraction community. It might work, guys. It might work. Tina, if you're still on, you'll have to hit us up. Yeah, it's been a long time. I was asking about you there for a while after COVID started, and then I didn't hear nothing back from you or the family. So I hope y'all are doing okay. Alright guys, we will see. Once I do this, I can't go back, and I won't be able to use this as a Jason baby doll head. Not this cast anyways. I can obviously cast another one, but right now I'm using super glue. You can use latex and pin it on, so when it dries you can pull the pins out. Latex obviously takes a while to dry, even thin layers, 20 minutes. Super glue is quick, but what I really like to use to bond latex to latex if I'm doing any weird extra stuff is contact cement. It's like almost instantaneous and it doesn't come off. And I found that out through some experimenting, and it was pretty neat, actually. That doesn't look as natural as the other one. Maybe because this was kind of a skeletal side, the exposed side for the little Jason. Push that in there. I can still blend the edges, even though it looks kind of clunky in there. I can still use a Dremel and buff down. Did your little lips close? I'm sorry. And then you can go back and do some latex and blend the edges so it looks like a nice smooth transition. Tons of options always. Alright, that guy dry. Got an extra eye here. You know what? Let's go ahead and cut it. Make it a human eyelid for a gore container or something. Okay. I'm gonna base this guy out in white. This is our Penelope button mask. It's just based out, and the mixture that I made to look kind of like the base of burlap. We typically have made this in green and have done it. Hey, I see it on here now. She's on. In blue, and now I'm going to try like a burlap scarecrow variation with this. This is a nice female fit mask. This one is our newest one that I've done in burlap color. I'm going to do it in like a white gauze, kind of like a medical bandaging, to look all kind of nasty and grotesque. Let me get another. Sorry, little piggy, don't need you right now. That green again, that's for sure. Actually, I think I'm going to try a white on this other Penelope button mask as well. Always like bagging my armatures when I paint. Not really to protect them so much, but to keep running from the inside of the mask. So it looks a little bit better whenever you don't have a bunch of smears on the inside of the mask. But that's just me. That's what I think. Now I'm going to be doing a wash over this entire piece, so it gets all that burlap overlapping texture and fibers and all that kind of stuff. Right now it just looks kind of like a weird bumpy thing. But I think I'm going to like this because I like bandaged masks. Some of my favorite characters have bandaging on them, like the Invisible Man, Dark Man. I'm sure I know there's some other ones. It's always good to pull the hairs on your brush before painting. You'll still get some stray hairs and stuff, but it's good to pull the brush before starting, just to limit that much more of the stuff coming out. And I know a lot of artists will, one in particular, would just base this out in black or dark brown, and then like dry brush over it. And you know that's an okay effect too, but your base coat, you'd have to worry about getting in all the tiny little squares of this burlap texturing, and then you have chance to risk when you go back to dry brush this that you got the brush marks and stuff from the dry brush technique. Whereas what I'm going to be doing on this is I'm trying to get in there, but I'm not trying to get in all the tiny little dips and cracks and crevices. I'm going to do a rub out over the whole thing, and that will do it for me, while still keeping the natural color of my base coat a lot better than building up with the dry brush. And it looks more natural than forced with the dry brush. However, I do like dry brush techniques on masks. Just has to depend on which one it is. So I'm trying to get the best lighting for you guys. That might actually be better, not as bright. Another bandage character that I like, one of the clown masks from Slipknot utilized a similar look as like the Invisible Man. He had a bandaged mask with a clown nose and stuff, and I don't know, I just really like that clean white bandaged look. Somewhat grungy. It's simple, but it's effective, I believe. So, and our bandage ghoul mask really takes advantage of that. That was our most popular mask, I think, last year. Was our bandage ghoul. The brother or sister to Glassface, same mask, it's just finished different. I might do one for fall shows, but that's one I'm really going to pump out there for Transworld. I think the haunt community is really going to associate. I mean, you can tell it's bandaging and stuff. I mean, that just looks neat. Even just white. And this isn't like mandatory. You could stipple to add some texture, but really what I'm doing is I don't want any pools of paint inside the little squares of the burlap texture. So if there are any, I'm popping them. Popping in little bubbles, popping in getting rid of the pooling effect that's going to take away from that nice pitted texture. So there that guy is. Next. So yeah, now I'm going to do this one. I might actually make into a movable jaw mask or something of the sort. It's nice and thick. The other one's a little thinner, so it's a little bit easier to stretch on if someone, not really stretch, but pull on if someone has a bigger head that wants something like this. So this one being thicker, it's not going to stretch as much. I mean, it's not, it's like a quarter of an inch thick, which is what you want. I've casted things twice as thick as this, and this is still 3-4 times thicker than anything you get at a mass-produced store. Anyways, so I'm thinking about making this into like a movable jaw mask because it's got the strength for it, and I don't know. This might be a cool variation of this mask. But we'll see. I don't know. So this is going to be a white. I want it to not look like a medical bandage. I want it to just look kind of more like a cotton or a canvas fabric that's been placed on this face. And then I'm going to do the same technique as that burlap one and do a rub out. Just see how it looks. Same thing though. This would look great, and this is actually the technique I use on this. Typically is basing it out in a dark color like a black, and then dry brushing because it's got a lot of little fibrous textures. But I'm going to try the rub out with some ink on this bad boy and just see. And if it doesn't work, I can repaint over it. For anybody that does any latex work, keep your latex. There's all sorts of cool stuff you can do with it. I have more than 2 5-gallon buckets full of scrap. So if anybody's got any ideas, I've already got a couple that I do. Hit me up. Alright, let's see how our little guy is coming. I think while I'm sitting here, I'm going to try to do a mixture of some paints. See how close I can get to this tribal paint I'm wanting.
According to your daughter, we're going night-night, so we're currently laying in bed. When you're done, come upstairs, we'll start spaghetti.
That's cute. According to your daughter, we are going night-night. We'll do more just in case it works out. Where is my blue? Where is my blue? Blue baby. That's the one paint that always eludes me is my blue. Who knows? Luckily, this other stuff is latex based, so I can use just a tad bit of acrylic and it's not going to bother it any. Now, this is just an experiment, guys. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. But there's a character from a movie I really like. And I'm trying to replicate its skin tone. for this kind of a Native American monster that I do, called the Silencer. And see if I can replicate its weird color skin in this movie. Close. That's really close. So it's a really weird purpley red. So this must have been the dark. So what I'm gonna do is red's the lightest of those colors. I add a hint of yellow. Which together makes orange, but what we're doing, it should take it more toward a dark coral or a deep purpley red. I don't know. We'll see. Experiment here. Yeah, it lightened up some. Yeah, a little bit more yellow. Yeah, as soon as yellow hit that palette, I could see the hue just change to a little bit of lighter color. I might have to add a little bit more red back to it. I'm just going to experiment on these little heads with it so I don't waste a whole mask trying something out that may not work. But really, you know, art in general is subjective. It's experimental, you know. Which one do I want to do it on? Try it on this guy, I guess. Now, if I would add a little bit more tan and brown to this, I would get kind of that deeper reddish brown skin tone, like Native American. The character that I have called the Silencer, I've done in gray, and I've done this real like leathery looking color to it, but I wanted something a little bit more tribal, but still monstery. So I found a character that I liked online, and I'm trying to replicate its paint. So that's what this is for. And you know, it definitely looks weird, but I think once I layer up the other colors, it's gonna look pretty cool. It's definitely not a color I've ever used. It's almost like a deep magenta or. So, yeah, we'll see. I really I like to try to keep with experimenting on stuff in between orders, because if you don't, then you just get burnt out on doing the same thing all the time. And that's what this little project is. You know, if it doesn't work out, then whatever, but I think it will. I think it'll look pretty cool once I'm done with it. And like I said, it just will help assist one of my other products that I do in offering a different paint scheme that might be a little more appealing than one I've done in the past. And I think, of course, I'm going to stitch the eyes, I'm going to stitch the lips. I don't know about the nose yet, what I'm going to do. This little guy is full of texture. Like, it was neat sculpting something this small and elaborate for a doll. Where's that stand at? Might just stick him. If it cuts out a second, it'll come back. I'm changing the internet to 4G. Seams on these guys are not the greatest, but I'm going to be covering it with hair, and it's going to be foam filled. And again, it's right now at this stage, it's just an experimental project for myself. This may be the last pull for that mold ever. We retired it from the doll line, however, the mold is pretty jacked up because of how many we used from it. And really, it was initially it was just like a single item commission, and then we had to make more for people that liked it. So it really wasn't meant to be used for two. Mom's upstairs, son. What's up? Huh?
The only reason I'm going down Jacob's hill is because I'm doing no pants. That's easy. But I want.
Yo, what's up, Steven?
So I went into the grass, I crashed, and now my ankle stuck like that.
You okay? Hey, did you see the pumpkins? You guys did a good job.
What is this one?
Yep. I need to touch this one up because I got a little paint on it.
Oh, you painted the stem.
It might cover up. Yeah, I just based them out in a tan. Is it still wet? Did I get you?
Mine's good.
Okay. Cool. Once I get done with these little project things, I gotta get down all those custom Michael Myers masks and start fucking bumping them out.
Pink.
Yeah, these are wet. Don't touch it.
What's that?
This is the Jason head, but I'm using it to make it look like a shrunken head. This is the Pennywise, and same
I
thing.
can tell by the teeth.
Yeah. See, I gave him weird swollen eyelids.
Did because he is swollen eyelids.
Yeah.
He only has one eye though.
Well, it's not looking like Jason now. I'm gonna make it into like a shrunken head,
Yeah.
like a tribal thing. You can just glue that back together.
Yeah, that's the sad face and this is the demon
You
face.
made your own bipolar pumpkin, didn't you?
Yeah. This is a ghost face. It don't really look like ghost face, but this face.
He sat and sculpted this little pumpkin one day.
Yeah, that was like a couple months ago. Good job.
A couple months ago.
I still have it.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go put this in my room.
Okay. Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have any issues.
But I'm not painting it orange.
That's how they make pottery and stuff.
Yep. Like this one. I wanna make my own mask.
But I said if you want to make some cloth masks with me, we'll do that. That'll be fun.
I have my own money.
I mean, hell. Well, I mean, they're just like anybody, you know, they're getting started too, and artistic for your age, so.
That's why mommy told me that I could.
Yeah.
I like writing, not math. So, yeah. Yeah, writing's good.
Well, then you need to get into some creative writing, and we'll have to look to see if they have any classes around.
You could write anything?
Well, people get together and hang out.
Boy, how I almost broke my neck.
I don't want to write stories that
I hit
at
this
least
on the.
you hitting your neck.
I don't know.
And then for house sculpting.
All I know was when we by the lake in real life.
I know, but Dad'd like to be fit again.
I got it.
Don't know what'll happen. I'm gonna do a little wash. It'll make it a darker green, and it'll it's on it. Yeah. Look to you, son. Mod sponge. Another mask that I did. I sculpted it to look like a fabric, given the folds and stuff, and then I did it like a texture stamp with burlap. It worked out. With the weird red here. Do some kind of rub out. Contrast. So I'm probably going to do a brown rub out over here. I'm going to do a black rub out over on the red side. And see what that goes. Just kind of experimenting some new variations of things. Okay, so we got a ton of pumpkins based out last night. I got their stems based out. All that's left is to do some rub out and some detailing on them. Like I said, the pumpkins that I started in this video, half were mine, like the bipolar pumpkin here, two-faced little guy. And some were made by Blake Phillips of Toxic Effects. I got them blank so I can paint them myself. Did a couple of, started basing out a couple of our little ferocious fruit guys, ferocious food, part vegetable, part fruit. And I'm just experimenting with like a shrunken head idea from some of our prior baby doll model heads. And then I did a couple couple face masks spaced out and stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna go live to show the Michael Myers at some point, but I'm gonna start basing those guys out. They're a pretty in-depth process because they're very detailed. If you want to know what I'm talking about for custom Michael Myers or something like that, and go to our website, unknownorigineffects.com, and you can see the picture right down here. That is the pre-order information for it. The pre-order is almost over with. So after that, if you hit me up, you're like, hey, can I get one of those? I don't know. It just depends on what else is going on right now. Right now, we're caught up on orders. We got 2 online orders. Ryan, you're one of them. To be going out sometime this week. And other than that, the pre-orders take precedence. And if you come in after the fact, and we're getting geared up for show season this fall, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to make them. So when you hit me up, the sooner the better. So, anyways, we are gonna get off here for now. I'm gonna go eat some dinner now, and hopefully all this stuff will be dry by the time we get back down here. I'd put it in front of my drying fan, but it is covered. There's molds all over the place back here. So here, I'll give you a sneak. It's mold madness, guys. Mold madness.